Let's do it!
The guy from water. We're gonna do 3 different ones today. I don't know why.
Scout Sonner over here.
I can't spread my finger. It doesn't work. We're gonna do 3 different ones. No, we're gonna do 4. We're doing 4.
Okay.
We're doing 4 different ones. And to get started, we're gonna do one with strawberries, and we're not just gonna put fresh strawberry, like raw strawberries on it. I mean, they're gonna be raw, I guess, technically, but this is a play on something that we used to eat all the time when we were kids. We'd have strawberries with sugar on top of it, and you let them sit, you know, they get all kinds of juice and stuff. And then we'd put it on top of pie crust because we were poor, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know why people eat that, but that's what
That's what they
did. But I'm going to try it on top of fry bread because I feel like that's going to be like a million times better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and get started by cutting up some strawberries. So we're just going to cut up, I don't know, maybe a cup or so. I had to throw away some of these strawberries. Just like this.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Just a container.
Yeah, and like when we're going to add sugar to it, the amount of sugar you add isn't. It's up to you. Like a good starting point is like cover the strawberries all over with sugar.
But this is called macerated strawberries, right?
Yeah, it's called when you put sugar on top of fruit like this and let it sit, it's called maceration.
Oh, and I don't know if I said this, but we're starting with strawberries because it takes a while to pull the water out.
Yeah, to get like the juice and stuff going.
Yeah,
strawberry syrupy stuff. You gotta let it sit for a little while. All right, that's all of our strawberries. Now, some sugar. I'm just going to use this little bowl because I'm going to use this for sugar later, so I'm just going to measure out some. That's probably about a 1/4 cup. You think that's enough or more?
I don't know.
Let's do a little more. I'd say that's probably about a 1/2 cup sugar. Or maybe a 1/4. Nah, it's more than that. Be like dad here. Just keep adding. Basically, you just want to cover them and pretty well. There, that's enough. And then just let it sit. It'll just do its thing. All right. Plus, since I'm already here with the sugar, I'm going to make this. We're going to make a little bit of cinnamon sugar because one of them's going to have cinnamon sugar on it because he doesn't like cinnamon sugar. So let's measure out a little sugar. I don't know. That's probably like 2 or 3 tablespoons maybe. Then we're just going to sprinkle maybe like a 1/2 teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon into it. And just spin it around. See, now that's what it looks like. It's brownish.
Hold on.
Brown white.
All right.
If you want it to be more brown, just add a little bit more cinnamon and it'll make it a little stronger, but I think that's a pretty good starting place. You don't have to do this ahead of time. You don't even have to make this if you don't want. But I'm just doing it ahead of time since I'm here.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead
and he's got all hyped up on the Dr. juice.
All right. To get started with this fry bread, we need 2 cups of flour. All-purpose, whatever, flour. You have self-rising. You can use self-rising, but you're going to leave out the baking powder because you already have baking powder in it. The self-rising.
So that's what self-rising means.
Yeah, it already has the stuff. So you don't have to add anything. So we need a little salt, about 1/2 teaspoon. Then we need. I thought this sounded cooler. We need about 1/2 tablespoon of this. Little fancy thing.
Really, 1/2 tablespoon? That's a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if it is. Is it? I don't know. I don't bake. This isn't baking, it's frying.
That's right.
So we're going to go ahead and give that a little stir. That's good enough. I have a stir spoon. I have a stir spoon. It's good to mix around. And then we're going to pour some warm water into it. Let me make sure I didn't get too much. You need about 3/4 cup of warm water. You're just going to slowly pour it in and mix it around. Or you can just dump it. It's up to you. I'm just going to dump it.
Is that enough water?
Yeah, it's really dry. It's a dry dough. You'll see. It'll come together. See, it's already starting to come together. You just mix it to where like you don't see any more flour essentially, and then it's all crumbly. What we're gonna do is just bring it together. No, it's good. You just basically knead it to where it all comes together. You don't want to over knead this because it will fall apart, or it'll be tough when you fry it. You don't want chewy fry bread. It's not good. It's not like you're making a pizza dough, you know. All right, I think that's good enough. This other stuff, if it doesn't mix in, you don't have to worry about it. We'll set it aside. We get started with the other part of the recipe. If we're gonna fry them, we gotta get some oil heated up. So let's go ahead. We'll pour some oil in here. You probably need about a cup or two of oil. Depends how big your pan is. It's a lot of oil, I know. But you can reuse it, save it, put it in a container, and fry some other stuff in it. So, economical. I'm gonna go ahead and, since that's gonna take a minute to heat up, it's actually getting pretty warm. I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking off some dough balls and frying them up. They're like getting them portioned out, flattened and everything. So what we're gonna do is just sprinkle a little bit of flour down on a cutting board or whatever you want to do this on, your counter or whatever. We're gonna break off like a 3-inch or so ball diameter, probably about like that.
Okay.
And then roll it together, like you come together, and then flatten it. Ours are gonna be small, I guess. Maybe I should make a bigger one. Like that. Put that exactly there. You're gonna just try to make a disc out of it essentially as best you can. If you have a rolling pin, this would be a lot easier. Do we even own a rolling pin?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
I don't think we do.
Because we were using a bottle at one point.
Yeah.
This might also be a good time to talk about how we've eaten fry bread a lot, but we have never made it before.
I've made it once.
Okay.
A long time
He's made it once before, but I've never made it before.
A long time ago. Alright, we're going to see if our oil is hot enough. The way you can test this is you can get a thermometer and put it in there. If it's around 350, 370 or something, you're probably good, but I'm going to drop a little bit of flour in it and see if it bubbles. It's not bubbling a whole lot, is it?
Okay, no.
So we're going to wait. It's not hot
Alright.
enough. You can also make these gigantic. If you want me to make a really big one, I can.
No, it's fine. You can make them however you like whenever you're making this big. Normally they're, I don't know, about 5 or 6 inches in diameter.
Yeah. They'll puff up a little bit. Because
Okay.
they have baking powder in them. They should puff up some.
Okay.
That might be pretty good. It is bubbling. I'll give it a test run with like this little bitty weird one right here I just made.
Okay.
Let's go throw our little one in here. And all you're going to do is just drop it in. And try not to splash.
Yeah, there you go.
And try not to splash the oil all over yourself. Be careful. We're just going to fry it till it gets golden brown. Kind of on the one side, probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Then flip it over, do another 3 or 4 minutes. And that's it. Let's go ahead and check this one. Nah. I'm going to go ahead and throw in another one while we're doing this.
This would probably work.
This one's slightly bigger, but it's a little thinner. It's got a hole in it, but whatever. I'm going to flip that one over. There's a little stuff going on right there, but that color's pretty good on the rest of it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to throw another one in there. Why not? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take this little bitty guy out. Put him on a plate. Let him dry off and give it a little taste. That's like our test run one. I'm going to go ahead and flip this one. This one's pretty good.
Yeah, that looks good.
That one can go in a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put in our other little bitty one that I got here. You see, it even has all that weird rough stuff on it. It doesn't matter. Like, it's going to get cooked, and it's going to get like little crispy, crunchy bits. I think that's what.
What's the rough stuff? Show me what you're talking about. Let me get close.
Those little rough pieces. That's from the dough. That's because it's dry.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, I see now.
See, it's rough looking. It doesn't look like a smooth pizza.
Okay.
Smooth a pizza pie.
Hey!
It doesn't look like that.
Wow, we're making pizza again this week. Who would have known?
That's all we make on this channel. It's pizza derivatives. Maybe I need to turn the temperature up because this one feels like it might be a little tough because it's been in there a long time. Because I'm trying to go for that color. I'm going to take it out.
Okay.
That one side looks really good though. We're basically making donuts.
Oh my god, you're right.
I'll take this one out. It's pretty good. I'll go ahead and throw this, our last bad boy in there. We can do these bad boys on.
That's
Forget
actually
about it.
I haven't said that yet. Like, I think we're gonna call this the fry bread party, savory fry bread party.
This one's not savory though.
Or what do you call it? Okay, sweet. Yeah, sweet fry bread party.
We can't escape Jersey. I don't know why. We're not even from Jersey. I've only been to Jersey like once or twice. I don't know. It's just easy to talk.
I think
it's just easy to talk like that.
No, I think it's everybody's got a little Jersey in them.
Hey. Alright, it's been a few more minutes. They're not frying up as brown as they were. I think I needed to add a little bit more oil, but I don't want to. They're cooking through. They're just not going to be as bright brown. They're fine. Shortening might actually make these browner. Maybe that's what people recommend.
Wait,
shortening.
what's? Oh, we're like Crisco?
Yeah. That's pretty good looking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it back on that other side and try to push it. Actually, forget about it. Pushing it down, it's not gonna help brown the other side. I'm going to turn that off. That's it for the freaking. That's all you do to cook. This is it. We're gonna go ahead and plate some of these up.
Strawberry patch.
We're in here. I need to quit doing that hand. That's all I do. Hello.
Which one to start with?
Which
This one looks
go,
amazing.
Go pick
Hersey's.
Pick whatever you want.
We got,
We got the classic one with honey and a little bit of powdered sugar for looks.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try this one. Cinnamon sugar. So this is the ending of our what are we gonna call this? Like, what do I call it? Sweet fry bread party.
Yep. Here, I toured that one pretty well. We'll do that one in a minute. I'll just do the same one as you. How was that?
Just hits the donut need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a cinnamon sugar donut, exactly like
The
that.
edge of this one's kind of tough. I think it's because we waited too long to eat them, maybe.
Yeah, that cooled down.
But the center is awesome.
I need some water.
Good thing I brought that. You're gonna be able to point out that's not a cup again. All right.
You want to do that one?
We're
We
gonna
said
do
that one for last.
half and half. All right, we can do another.
I ripped the strawberry when you want to go ahead.
All right, sure.
I cut it with a fork.
Okay.
Yeah, you want some yeast?
I think there's probably someone there. Not a good idea now.
It's like the pie crust thing we had, but better. How don't we ever think of that?
I don't know.
It's so much better. Maybe it was like we wanted to make a strawberry pie, but like no one knew how, so we just made pie crust and ate it on the side.
Oh no.
It just soaked all the juice out. It's freaking good.
Mm-hmm. It's like strawberry shortcake, but it's not cake.
It's not really soft either. It has like some texture going on.
And it's like a donut. This one's
awesome. Some whipped cream on it would be really good too, but I forgot to get some. All right, we're gonna, even though this one's still in the center, I'm gonna move it aside. We're gonna say that one for last because I think that one's gonna be really good. This is the classic.
This is the classical honey powdered sugar.
I see why this is a classic. This is good. That honey's good too.
Not vegan, I guess, technically. God.
What?
It's so hungry, you pig.
What? It's oil.
It's freaking on.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There you got it.
Oh my god. I like how we got this whole bigger space and we're still sitting as close as possible again.
We don't have our tables yet. This one's really good.
So
This one's better than that one.
They're like super pea. I don't know. That one's good too.
I think a little bit of honey on top of that would probably throw that one out of the park. Move that one.
Sure, there.
We're gonna go on to the IHOP special here. That's good too. That's really good.
You can tell I'm not talking. I'm just eating. This it's all over my hands.
I'm about to like take a shower after we're done with this. It's like all over my face. Now he's getting his sugar over them.
Oh man, it's so good. I got this tea from like 6 hours ago. What is fry bread and where does it come from?
Fry bread's a Native American, Indian, Native American, Indigenous American dish that.
So this is a post-removal, reservation, like
it's
area
like
time.
1800. They had other stuff like this, but they didn't have wheat flour.
Okay.
So.
Oh, this is so good.
I mean, we had this as kids. Not this, like the sweet vegetable.
We
had that one.
They used to have fry bread taco Fridays every Friday at high school. Yep. They would do it for like fundraisers and stuff. Yep. So
that's like the way everyone eats it.
We didn't ever really make it because they always had it on Fridays.
Yeah, and that's why I chose it because you can find these ingredients.
And you don't have to bake.
You don't have to bake it. Yep, it's all on the stovetop.
Yep,
and that it's starting to get hotter. As it's starting to get hotter, it's getting closer to summer. That's a good thing, in my opinion. And now, the difficulty of this is easy, I would say, right? This is easier than the last recipe. You don't even have, all these other these toppings we made, we were just showing examples of stuff you could do with this in a sweet type of dish. I would definitely do the strawberry one, though.
Strawberry was a good one.
Chocolate syrup, if you don't have any like fruit, maybe you have bananas. Maybe you don't have bananas, maybe you just have chocolate syrup. Chocolate's really good.
Yeah, and the pecans on it.
Oh. Any kind of nuts, if you have any kind of nuts.
Oh man, this is good. This is a good.
That one
good one.
is like a pantry staple. Most people have
the
sugar.
Sugar one,
and most people have cinnamon.
That one with syrup would be
It'd be like French toast.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I like my French toast.
That's a good one.
And the classic honey one, that one's always you got honey. That one that's all. If all you have is honey, do that one.
Actually, we put a lot more honey on it than they normally do where I go.
I was making it look good. Okay.
Well, the cost. We made this because it's cheap.
I had strawberries that were going old. That's why I used strawberries.
Okay.
My banana was going old. Like this stuff, you don't have to use any of it, but the basic dough is cheap. It's just like. I have to calculate how much it is, but it's very cheap. Substitutions,
like we said, use maple syrup on the cinnamon sugar one. I think it'd be fantastic.
Anything you like is a dessert topping kind of thing. If it's just like basic stuff, peaches would work. So you want to like apple pie one, just like cook some apples in a pan with like some seasoning, like sugar and stuff on them. You can throw that on top. That'll work too.
Is anything you can imagine that you might want to eat on a piece of fried bread?
Okay, the serving size, this makes about 5 or 6 for the quantity of flour stuff we use. Depends how big you make them. If you make them like the big ones, you could probably just get like 3, maybe 4 big ones out of it. Because if we combine the 2 small ones together, we had an extra one that we ate off camera. It was a small one. Yeah. If you combine those 3 together, those 3 small ones, you'll get like 1 really big one and like 2 pretty big ones, so about 3.
And we're making this one a little bit smaller just in case you've never made it before and you don't want to like make a gigantic batch.
Plus, we had a bunch of different ones we wanted to try.
And
then
mostly what
we didn't want to make a giant batch of them and like have like 4 of them this big. Because if he had 4 of those, he would probably be dead right now. He couldn't handle it.
It's probably true.
That's why I'm not eating all of it. It's good, but I don't want the sugar. Changes I needed a little too much. It's good, but it's a little tougher than what we used to have. Okay. What I'm used to having. It's still good, but just once it like starts, the big ball comes together, you have all that crap laying off of it. Push it on there and into it, and then just finish. Like that's it. Don't do anything else. Let it sit, and then you make your balls and flatten them and throw them in.
Okay.
And that's good to go. That's all you got to do.
Would you make this again?
Yeah, we're already making another video. So
yeah, we'll tease a little bit here, but we're gonna have another party. Probably just FYI. So, if you like this guy's cup, Make sure you go check out the other cups we have in other videos because we always gotta crack up in a cold one. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you then hit the notification bell button. Hulk Hogan came out.
I thought you were channeling the Howard Dean, or whatever his name is there.
They were going to Illinois.
We're going to the White House. And we're going to chop that desk in half.
So push all the buttons, and we'll check you out next time. See you next time.
See you next time.
Food Dudes.
Bye.
On OG Meals. Is it hot in here, or is it just Food Dudes? I don't know. Those Food Dudes sure are dreamy. Oh, you should really check this other Food Dudes.
Oh my God, no.
Ooh, it's so hot in here.